How I'd retire in 5 years, starting with $0. The 2026 blueprint. What if the most expensive thing you ever bought wasn't your house or your car, but your own time? The biggest lie we are told at 18, 19, and 20 is that money doesn't grow on trees. We're taught to follow a traditional path. Get a degree, get a mortgage, work every hour of the day, and finally retire at 67 when you're too old to actually enjoy it. But let's be real. Retirement isn't an age. Retirement is a financial number. And if you have $0 in your bank account today, I am going to give you the exact 5-year freedom blueprint I would use to go from broke to completely free. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-free-fast strategy. If you're ready to stop trading your life for a paycheck, let's get into phase 1. Most people fail because they are drifters. They live paycheck to paycheck with no plan. To retire in 5 years, you must be a doer. You need a target, or you're running a race blindfolded. We call this your freedom figure. To find it, use the times 25 rule. How much do you need to live comfortably every year? Let's say it's $50,000. Multiply that by 25. That gives you $1.25 million. Why that number? Because if you have that amount invested in the right assets, you can withdraw 4% every year, $50,000. And statistically, you will never run out of money. Now, I know what you're thinking. $1.25 million in 5 years, starting from zero? That's impossible. It's not, but it requires you to shift your mindset. In the early stages, you must prioritize building wealth over cash flow. You aren't working for fun money anymore. You are working to buy back your life. You can't build a skyscraper on quicksand. 70% of millennials live paycheck to paycheck because their foundations are unstable. Before we grow, we have to prune. You need to identify your financial baseline, the absolute bare minimum you need to survive. Look at your bank statements from the last 6 months. Highlight the wants versus the needs. If your needs are more than 50% of your income, you're in the danger zone. Ideally, we want your needs at 25%, so you can throw the rest into the growth machine. Next, you must kill the wealth parasites, high-interest debt. If you're paying 20% interest on a credit card while trying to earn 10% in the stock market, you're losing $10 for every $10 you make. Use the Avalanche Method. Pay the minimum on everything, but throw every spare cent at the debt with the highest interest rate first. Once the debt is gone, build your stability fund. This is 5 months of your baseline expenses. This isn't money to invest, it's your shield potion. If the car breaks or you lose your job, you don't have to sell your investments at a loss to survive. 0% of people who get rich are just employees earning a basic salary. To hit a $1 million target in 5 years, you need a sharp axe. In your first 2 years, your goal isn't just to save, it's to increase your perceived value to society. This is Path B, prioritizing skills and equity over early money. Master high-income skills like video editing or AI animation, copywriting, which is salesmanship and print, and software development or coding. Think about my friend Jamie. He was a great dog trainer, but could only train so many dogs a day. His income was capped. But in 2026, you can automate a side hustle. Jamie could create a digital course or a membership site, turning his time-based job into a digital asset that earns money while he sleeps. You don't need a boss. You need a skill that solves a $10,000 problem. Once your side hustle is generating fast money, you have to move it into the slow lane, long-term investing. The wealthy manage their money with the 25-50-10-15 rule. 25% for growth, this goes straight into assets like the S&P 500 index fund. 50% for essentials, your rent and food. 10% for rewards, guilt-free fun so you don't burn out. 15% for stability, topped-up emergency fund. For your growth pot, use tax-advantaged accounts like a Roth IRA in the United States or an ISA in the United Kingdom. This is a legal fortress for your money where the government can't touch your capital gains. Invest in index funds like the S&P 500, which have averaged around 10% returns for the last century. If you want true passive income, look for Dividend Kings and Aristocrats, companies that have increased their payouts for over 25 to 50 years. These are your money trees that pay you just for owning a piece of the company. There are 3 types of people: wasters, warriors, and winners. Wasters spend everything they earn trying to look rich. Warriors save every penny but live a life of deprivation, terrified to spend. Winners understand that money is a tool. They don't work for money. They make their money work for them. This 5-year journey will be the hardest thing you ever do. You will have to say no to the nights out and the flashy cars that lose value the second you drive them off the lot. You'll be called boring or lucky. But remember, the pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. In 5 years, your friends will still be complaining about their bosses, while you'll be making the choice to work because you want to, not because you have to. You have the advantage of time, but that advantage shrinks every day you wait. Start today.
sharpen your axe, build your foundation. If you want to know exactly how to manage your first $100 like the top 1%, then don't forget to subscribe GenZ Stickify to grow your wealth. I'll see you in the next one.